Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I watched Bad Boas, or Almost Cops is the international title. Alright, so I for sure did not even plan on reviewing this movie because it's a Dutch movie. I don't really review Dutch movies because the world doesn't really need that, but I'm starting to open up, and I noticed when I watched this one, because I wanted to see if this one was translated, because I wanted to see Jan Dino, who also, he is from Suriname, he works and lives all of his life in the Netherlands, and he's actually quite a funny comedian in the Netherlands. I actually do kind of adore this man. I do think he can't do anything bad. I mean, he has the FC chicken or the FC kip thing, and that's awful. But he also has some other things. Judeska sometimes can be awesome for the people who know that one. But most of the movies, Bambini, Holland, skip those. But then I noticed that they translated this movie in like a gazillion languages, so everybody in the world can enjoy this movie in their own respective language. And that's when I decided, yep, I should put a review on this. I should warn people. Because, well, for just as with most Dutch comedies, at least this is not Dutch rom-com. Like, for some reason in the Netherlands is incredibly awful, but also incredibly great at making these awful rom-com movies. Like, they pump out around 10 to 20 rom-com movies a year. They're all bad, they're all awful, nobody watches these, but they keep making them. And that's a problem because enough people in the movie theater go to these things because people are boring and people are bad and people deserve to die sometimes, and they keep on making them. But sometimes if there's a streaming movie, they try to do a little bit more extreme. And that's what they did with this one. So what were the ideas for Almost Cops or Bad Boas? Well, you had Michael Bay's Bad Boys. You have the third and the fourth Bad Boys, which were directed by two Belgian guys. You have a police corps in the Netherlands. You have the Handhaving or the Bad Boas, the Almost Cops in the Netherlands. And they were like, match made in heaven. Let's make Bad Boys with Bad Boas. Do you see the connection? That's only that's the main good thing about this movie. It's over the top. It's nicely shot. It has a big contrast, but that looks nice. It looks okay. Sometimes the jokes even are okay, but most of the time they also try to put this Dutch flair of comedy in there that mostly doesn't work. Apart from being in the moment when you act it out, probably is hilarious at that point, but when you put it in the edit room and put it in the movie, it stopped being funny a long time ago. And that's exactly the thing and the main problem with this one. It's not funny, but they try to make it funny. It's not funny, but you can see them force it to be funny, and you can see that the only thing that this movie had, what they thought, was it being funny. But it didn't work, as the jokes didn't work, so the story doesn't work, so the characters don't work. And what they did with the story actually could have been quite interesting. It's a story that has been told like a gazillion times before. Like, we have the cop, we have the rogue cop, we have the cop that got demoted and now has to join this guy. We have seen that movie before. We have seen that movie countless times before. But this one, even though it's predictable as fuck, it also doesn't give a shit about it being predictable as fuck, because it's just fine. And the story, the way that they handle it is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. They don't do anything particularly bad with it. And that's the main thing for this movie, and that's why it's actually quite okay. Jan Dino does quite a fair job at this. He's bad in this movie. He doesn't act in it very well, and the only thing that he has for his actor's persona, which he totally made him because it's just basically him with a wig on, is Judeska, so you can't say anything about that. But in here, he actually tried to act really well, and it just didn't work because he was surrounded by better actors. And that's something that you notice incredibly hard. Another thing that made me question my own sanity, the audio isn't synced. There are scenes where you can see the mouth moving, but no audio. or where you can hear the audio, but no mouth moving. And for fuck's sake, that annoyed the living shit out of me. I couldn't handle that. So that single-handedly bumped the movie down with half a star. In the end, I'm going to give this one 2 stars. I thought it was fine enough, but the acting was quite bad. The characters were quite bad. The story was passable, but mostly the editing front. Jesus Christ, how can you do that and see it as fine? All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have you seen Bad Boas? Please let me know in the comments down below because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on this one. I want to thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.